TV, sponsored by Aerocom. We're here at Butland Road Rugby, following today's opening game of the NPL Midlands Division season, where Carlton Town have come out 2-1 winners against Rugby Town. I'm delighted to be joined by Carlton Town manager Andy Clerke. Andy, first of all, thoughts on the game overall?
I thought it was a tough game. I thought, first half we were probably pleased to get in half time. I thought up to about half an hour we probably expected a better chance. I know there's a couple of calls for penalties, but we upped them, we puffed them. They weren't quite where we needed to be. But what I would say is, in that last 10 minutes to get to half time, I thought some of our defensive bodies on the lines were superb. But that would have been a big moment if they'd nicked one there. Then it could have been a very different day.
One of the reasons they didn't nick one in that period of pressure before the break were a couple of fantastic saves, I thought, from Nike Bertans. Nike's been here before.
He has, yeah.
He's come back on short notice following the sad news about Felix's father. Thoughts on his performance today?
I thought it was brilliant. He's been with us before, like you say. I thought his game today was fantastic. Not only has he been with Carlton before, but he's been at Rugby before. So the familiar place for these lads down here as well. But some of his saves, he came commanding off the line, he came out well. It was one first half when he came out and took the ball off striker's feet. He's had a great game. Delighted for him.
Now, Rugby certainly went in at half time with their tails up, albeit they didn't score. It was a different matter in the second half, Andy. What did you say at half time to the players?
Well, we thought we needed to get to half time. I thought the conditions, for what looks like a nice day, it's actually a lot windy than you think out there. And I think whoever had the breeze probably had the advantage, which was why we thought that if we could get into half time, then it could be a different game in the second half. And it proved to be, first half, it's typical first game of the season. It was scrappy, we weren't quite at full tilt. I thought at times we were wasteful in possession. But then we've also shown that bit of quality to find something. And sometimes if you can win ugly, then it's not a bad thing.
We didn't really test the goal in the first half. The closest we got was almost an own goal when it hit the bar, and their keeper made a fantastic save. But second half, early doors, nice pass from Niall Davey, fantastic bit of control and finish by Lewis Duro to put us ahead.
Yeah, it was good football. We said at half time, if the conditions allow us to get a bit higher across the pitch, both in midfield and with fullbacks, then it would probably help us and help get bodies around the centre forward. And I'm delighted for Lewis. He's had a hell of a few weeks as well, as everyone around the club. I won't go into it, but everyone around the club knows. And for him to get that today, it'll mean the world to him.
And it's always, you get a goal, you're on top, you want to cement your advantage, and we did just that.
Yeah.
We spoke a few weeks ago at the office in Pemberley, and one of the things you had noted from last season, and you wanted to address this year, was converting chances, especially in tight games. We brought in a couple of strikers, one of those Ash Chambers. Yeah. He did exactly that. 6 minutes.
Yeah, he did. Telling his to be stood, and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I thought we were clinical. For that second half, our game was better. And as you're right to say, the Duro goal, the Ash Chambers goal, it was clinical football. It was 2 chances and the game spun on its head. Fantastic ball from Niall Davies for Lewis Duros. Fantastic ball from Liam Bateman for Ash Chambers.
And Ash got just in between the full-back and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper didn't expect him to get to it. Came out, Ash was victim. And that'll do him the world of good. All strikers feed off goals and momentum, and he's up and running as well. So from that point of view, Alan, it's been a really pleasing second half.
Proper striker's goal that I was.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looked then as if we had the game under control, but they pulled the goal back 7 minutes from time. It's quite a nice strike. I know we had a bit of a possibly complaint for a foul in the build-up, or whatever. It was a great finish from their lad who scored.
Yeah, I didn't see the potential foul, so I won't comment on it. I'll have to have a look at it back. It was a good strike. Got him back into it. The lads put really well. Nike had no chance. And then it was a balanced one with a finish.
And then we ended up, because of a delay, I'll speak to you about it in a moment, we ended up with 10 minutes of added time to survive. And we've made all 5 subs by them as well. Yeah. Thoughts on how we saw the game through at the end?
I hope we made big changes. Thought we can stretch it a little bit more. If the top end of the pick, that might help, which is what Lane ran off. Yeah. It showed me that it's got, we never looked any no matter what changes, we had an energy at the good times. We've shown the versatility of the squad. They've been able to shuffle things to the right team. And I do think that had a big part and it's getting over the line. Never mind the lads we've got to come back. But what I would say is credit to Rugby. I think they're going to be an odd piece of the outfit this year. great with good sources, a really, really good side that, you know, so got their managers first, but you might feel like something happened today as well.
The kind of the final moments of the game, controversial moments, certainly from Rugby's point of view. Cross from the right, clash of heads between you and Ross and one of their players. Shortly afterwards, challenged by Shea, which may or may not have been a foul, but either way, the referee's blown his whistle.
Yeah.
They thought they got penalty. In fact, he'd blown for a clash of heads to start the game. What was your take on that incident, Andy?
Well, it's clearly a clash of heads. They'd already stopped the game.
Yeah.
I think the referee went with himself looked at them because it did fair to Rugby. He blew and did point. So we was all confused what was going on. But look, it is what it is, and you know, the right decision was that it would foul and a clash of heads before that. So, you know, if you're on the end of it, you're probably frustrated. Equally, if you come out of today, you know, with the two on the feet, we might be looking back at the decisions in the first half didn't go our way. So, you know, that's football, and it's, you know, it's kind of played itself out today.
And thoughts ahead of Tuesday night, Town coming to make their first ever appearance at Town.
Yeah, look forward to seeing them. I saw them a couple of years back in different league with a different club. But they've had a couple of promotions. They'll be buoyant coming up in step 4 football. It'll be a good night. We're looking forward to seeing them. I'll have a bit of down to them from doing well last season. We'll go again. You know, we've got some momentum from the first game. I think that's really important. It doesn't matter how you win the first game, you can get across the line, away from home, 3 points. You know, you take that all day, and it gives us something to build on going into Tuesday night.
And final question, as always. Decent following for the Millers today.
Always, we've said it all the way through pre-season. Fantastic away support, as there have been around the ground with redevelopments and support. It's been a hell of a pre-season off the pitch as well as what we've tried to do to improve things on it. And constant support from you guys, myself, Mark, Tom. This is great.
Andy, first competitive game as manager with a win away from home.
Thank you.
Thank you
we'll
very
take
much,
that.
sir.
Cheers.